Hey, how's it going? Saint here, doing my first ever MW3 commentary. Right here is a scrim between my team JuKeD versus NOX, who I'm pretty sure is no longer a team. Pretty sure Image and Rex split up from Death Eye and Stir. But, my team is Relax, myself, Carbon, and Space. Me, Relax, and Carbon have pretty much teamed on and off since COD 4. Me and Relax started teaming because we're friends in real life, and I got him into Xbox and Call of Duty. So around 8th grade is like when he started playing, and I started playing more competitively. We eventually learned about like game battles, and then just went on from there playing game battles, eventually playing the last PCL for COD 4. But I didn't really play competitively that much compared to him at that time. Like, for all of COD 4 and MW2, I just played competitively a small amount. I played a lot of DBs, but not so much, like, in a serious competitive manner. I kind of moved on to Halo around the end of the MW2 era, because Halo 2 was always one of my favorite games. And I played Halo 3 a lot, but I never took MLG in Halo 3 that seriously. And then during the MW2 time, I'm like, hey, I really like Halo. I'm gonna start practicing MLG and Halo and try to go to events. And I actually ended up going to DC for Halo Reach, which was my first Halo event, and placed fairly well for Halo, at least getting 25th, getting knocked out by the number 1 seed in the tournament and what I believe was the number 10 seed. And I was actually playing really well the entire tournament, but eventually stopped playing Halo because to be a extremely successful Halo player, you'd have to go to every event and consistently place and eventually make your way up the ladder from like on the low end of the AM chart to that pro status. And I didn't really have enough money to do that at the time. So when Black Ops came out, I went to the first NJ Halo with Relax, another friend from our school, Swag, and Carbon. I ended up not winning the free-for-all that time. I won numerous free-for-alls after that, but me and Swag ended up winning the 2v2, beating Scump and Bob and Fatalize and Ego, which were huge accomplishments at the time, because we never would really be pro players, because we're all just like randoms that never really played super competitive against like top teams or anything. And in the 4v4, we ended up winning that, which was amazing for us because not only did we make a pretty decent amount of money, but that got us a fair share of recognition around the beginning of Black Ops, and that actually really motivated me to keep playing Black Ops and keep going ahead, because I knew I kind of had something special in Black Ops, more so than I have had at any other game I've tried competitively. So as Black Ops went on, I kind of split my ways from Relax and Swag, because Swag, he would just never really play in the first place. Carbon sketched on us, which has happened numerous times, but we're teaming with him again. Hopefully things go well this time. And I joined VVV, Sick by Nature. We ended up getting the VVV sponsorship after a couple weeks after I joined that team, which was really nice to have because it got me confidence and some recognition being sponsored by a pretty well-respected gaming community. And as Black Ops went on, I eventually played the 25K ladder with Nameless, Fatalize, and History. We got 8th place in that. I was expecting to place a little bit higher because we knocked Obey into the lose bracket, who ended up getting 3rd. And then we got knocked out of winners by LDG, who won it, and then knocked out of losers by IGC, who got 4th, losing to Obey. And that was a disappointing series, considering how we should have took it to Game 5. We choked the S&D pretty badly. We were up 3-2 and then had a 4v2 situation that we should have easily won, but we choked it. But as Black Ops went on, I kind of quit after the opener because I really really wanted to get pro stats at the opener and make my mark, but missed it by 1 game, ended up getting 17th. So I kind of quit Black Ops until around July. Didn't go to Anaheim, but came back for Raleigh. Got 21st at Raleigh, I believe 21st or 22nd, with a last-minute pickup team Type Z, which was actually quite a surprise to me. But once again, that was low for my standards because I always strive for the best and want to place the best I possibly can. And that was just disappointing. So I ended up going back to Halo right after Raleigh and went to Orlando for Halo Reach and got last round open bracket, which was extremely disappointing because we lost to my old team that I teamed with at DC, and I was playing out of my mind every single game, and we just barely lost in 2 of the closest Halo games I've ever played in my life. But back to now in MW3, I'm really confident with this team we got going right here because we're going to attend every NJ Halo together. Hopefully win them all like I've been doing so far in MW3 and like I was doing for most of Black Ops. And we have a couple other lands in store, such as the Iowa Pro Gaming Challenge that we'd like to get out to before the MLG season hits. And about MW3, I really like it compared to Black Ops. The only major problem I have with it is just the Type 95. The Type 95 promotes some of the campiest gameplay I've ever dealt with. Because people that use that gun, they probably move about as much as a rock. That gun just promotes a severe amount of head glitching and camping, and it's just not what competitive Call of Duty needs at this point in time. We need to get viewers and get more people into the competitive scene in Call of Duty, and people aren't going to be lured into that scene with people camping with Type 95s. Yes, most of the players don't use Type 95s because a lot of them just find them cheap and unfair, but there are a handful of players that when money's on the line will just lay in corners with Type 95s and never even touch their left analog stick. But other than the Type 95, I think this game is pretty fantastic. The SMGs are very good, which have always been my favorite type of weapon, even though couldn't really use them in Black Ops that much once rapid fire was banned in 74. Because when rapid fire was allowed, I would use the 74 non-stop. That was by far my favorite gun. I would rarely ever touch the FAMAS. And once rapid fire got banned, that was kind of upsetting to me because I never really used the FAMAS much before the time. Yeah, I used it, but I greatly preferred rapid fire because I was better with it. I don't like being an aggressive player and that could help me win those close range gun battles and help me be more aggressive. But going on to a different topic, this game, we're up 4-1 at the time, if you weren't really paying attention to the score. It was a good match for us. We played really well, all did what we were supposed to do, didn't really overextend ourselves at all. I just push in and get a kill on wreck, get a nice 2-piece on Deatheye there. Now looking into the future, I'd like to see JuKeD by the start of the MLG season being a consistent top 8 team, and I easily feel like we have the potential to do that because all living in the same state helps a lot because we'll be able to LAN together every month and build up our chem just every day, from LANing to scrimming and just being all cool with each other in real life. That also helps a lot because when you have a team that has conflicting personalities, you'll never be able to reach your full potential because you always have team arguments, fights, and no one will ever be able to play their 100% when they have teammates that they don't get along with. Like, they could all be some of the best players in the game, but if they don't get along, they're never really going to be that successful team. And as this game is coming to an end, I'd just like to say, follow me on Twitter at Saint Slays. I'll post that. Actually, wait. Wow, scratch that. Forgot I changed it to Saint JuKeD the other day. I'll put that down in the description, and my teammates' Twitters as well. Relax JuKeD, Carbon JuKeD, and Spacely JuKeD. as we're constantly looking for scrims. No matter you're an AM team or a pro team, we just always like to play, and we're always going to be doing tournaments. I'm going to try to get a stream started soon, but I don't really know how to stream with the PVR on an iMac. I've tried getting it set up, but haven't had much success. And the PVR just makes my screen quality terrible on my monitor for some reason, so I don't really like playing with it. Plus, it gives me a little bit of delay. But that game, that scrim, just ended. We won 4-1. Just really good gameplay from the whole team. I ended up going like 23-12 or something. But that's it for now. Look forward to a bunch more commentaries in the future, along with team commentaries, and I'm out.